What I'm going to quickly do before I put the gasket on is I'm going to run round with some isopropyl alcohol. It's called IPA. Just run it round all the surfaces here. It's like a cleaning compound. It'll remove any grease, oil, dirt, anything, just to make the face as clean as possible, so that when I put the jointing compound and the gasket on, we get a really good seal. So let me just do that quickly. So I've run round and you can see some of the crud that's come off there. It's just all surface preparation really, just to make it as clean as possible. We've got what looks like two cracks here and here, but they're not. What they are is they're where the crankcase splits. So you want a good bit of sealant there, because that's a join, and you could, in theory, get stuff running out of there. So always put just a bit more here and here on the front, just so that when you compress it in, it gives you that join. So let's go to the bench. We'll clear off a nice clean work surface, and we'll get the gasket on one side, then we'll come over with it glued onto one side, put the bead on here and slot this on. So here's the gasket. It's going to go on. Oh, it's hard doing this one ended. That's sort of how it goes. Then we just run a bead of glue all the way around, and then it should sort itself out. So what I need to do now is run the bead of glue round, plonk this on, then go over to the bike, run a bead of glue round there, and then push it all on and quickly get it all bolted in. So yeah, right, I'm going to be up against the clock because this has got a drying time. It reckons of about half an hour, so I've got to get prepared and get ready to go for it. So I'm just going to go and sort out which size bolt I need to run through here, get that Allen bolt ready so I can bolt all in. Right, let's get applying a bead. Just need to see how much is coming out first. The answer is nothing at the moment. Is that not coming out then? Oh, it is. It's not, obviously not squeezing it hard enough. God, come on. God, Jesus, that's going to be hard to apply. It's like bloody lead. Can't. Not very impressed with this to get a bead of stuff on. Probably going to take me half an hour to do it. I'll have to do this off camera. Right, it's on. Let's drop this mother on. Get it roughly positioned. I need a bit of movement on it. I'm wondering whether to put the glue on this side. Actually, probably be easier than on the bike. Right, so it's back on. Just put the oil filler cap loose in the top, stop any dirt and that getting in. So we will leave that now to dry. I've got the other bolts back in just to pull back in the surface here. The bottom one here is just for the cover, so it only bolts to there, so it doesn't hold anything. But these two here and here go right through, so I just want to get that to bond. So the thing we're going to do now is we're going to take a bit of the sealant. I'm going to make some little dots, if we can, on this bench. Ten dots, about the same size as what we've just put on. And then what we will do is we will use those as day markers. So tomorrow morning I will come out with a little stick and just check these as we go through. And then once this is dry, it'll give me an indication that down on the bike is dry as well. So, right, so we've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Hopefully it won't be that long, but we'll leave it to dry. Right, it's now Sunday. We're now going to check the consistency. pretty hard. It's gone like goo. Yeah, that's pretty dry by the looks of it. I think if we check the others, yeah, so that's pretty good. I think what we'll do, we'll give that a bit longer just to be on the safe side, but that looks like a pretty good seal. So yeah, 24 hours, more than enough for that to dry. Right, onward. Look at all that lovely space I've got there. What would I be using that for? All is to be revealed. Right, my plan now is I'm going to fit the oil pump. The reason I want to put that on is because I'm not going to put all the pipes and everything on. I'm just going to fill the bike up with oil because I want to see whether it leaks. If it doesn't leak, then it means we've successfully done the gasket. If it leaks, then I can take the gasket all off and I haven't got all these oil lines connected. So I'm going to get the IPA, just clean up the face of that. Also have a look at the face of this oil pump, which I've got in the bag here. Get this all nice and clean because that's all covered in oil. And then we'll go from there. I haven't got much time to mess about when I'm putting this on, obviously because of the glue. So the pump's back in. What I need to do now is leave that to dry for 24 hours. Then we'll pour the oil in and see if this leaks. Hopefully it won't, because we've got enough glue on there to stop it. So I'm going to go and clean out the nozzle of this so I can use it again in the future. And then what I am going to do is I'm going to quickly fit the new petrol pipe that I got and put it on here. And see what that looks like. I don't know if I've got any glue inside there actually. We'll have a look anyway. So we'll get that all cleaned out, ready for fitting as well. Well, morning all. Join me another 6 o'clock in the morning one. So the plan this morning for work is to drop the linkage off, drop this off, drop the foot peg off, take the cover off, and then we'll have a look at the shaft and see what's involved in getting this seal out. This is the last one to replace this side, and then while this is dropped out, hopefully this shouldn't be leaking this side. We'll have a look underneath, but I think this side's okay. So anyway, I'll get spanner in and I'll come back once this linkage is off and the cover's off, and we'll see what's inside. Well, it's pretty dark down in there, but there's lots of oil and grease and it's hard to tell whether or not it's been leaking. I think that grease, it looks sort of like my grease, so I don't know, but it's very oily in there. So I'll get some WD-40, spray it up and we'll clean it all out. I thought I'd cleaned it up before, but it could be coming off the chain. But I can't tell whether that's leaking or not. I could do with the bike higher up in the air really, so I could look easily along that shaft and see the end seal. So anyway, I'll go and get some earbuds. We'll clean up all round the seal. Then we'll see if we can see what's going on. But I'm not sure how easy that seal's going to be able to get out underneath the chain, because there's not a lot of room down there towards the end of that shaft. Might have to take the cog off, which I really don't want to have to do, because obviously I've only just managed to fit it on. So anyway, let me get cleaning. So what I'm attempting to do is I'm taking a little punch that I've got here and I'm just putting it into contact with the little ring around the edge of the seal and just giving it a few taps. I'm trying to just break the seal on this, and then hopefully I can just pull the thing off. That's the theory, so I'm going to keep going. And what I've got to be careful of is obviously I only want to come into contact with the seal, not the metal around the outside. So I'm going to be very careful how I do this. Then I'm going to see if I can get a screwdriver in it and pry it out like we did the other one. So let me continue having a knock round and I'll be back. Well, that hasn't worked. I've successfully achieved an evening of Muller in it, beyond recognition, but it hasn't moved, budged or anything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and move the bike nearer to the side of the garage and lean it right over so I can actually see better, because I'm really straining my neck to see down on that shaft. I'm going to get a couple of little screws. I'm going to try and drill into it and drill through the metal with the screw. See if I can then get a pair of pliers on it and wobble them either side and try and pull it out. It's the only other option I've got. It's just not budging. So time to walk away for tonight, and yeah, come back another time. Well, it feels like day 364 and I'm still trying to get this damn seal out. It is mullered in there at the moment. I've got one bit of rubber that I've managed to pull out, but I just cannot get it out and it will not budge. So we'll go for round 56 and we'll carry on. Get in! It's 5:10 on a Saturday morning. I've got up extra early to do it, and I've only gone and got the damn thing out. Oh, don't ask me. It just came out. Oh, thank crap for that. Right, we can get this cleared up and get the new seal in. Oh, I am over the moon with that. That has been undoubtedly the worst job I have ever done. Let me clean that up and I'll put some photos up on the screen now. Look at the state of that to get that out. And I'll tell you how I just got it out. This is the unbelievable bit. I had a screw that I screwed in and had sort of sitting at that angle. I then put a hammer, which you can see I've still got the screw in here, into it, and then I levered up against this like so with the claw, and it managed to pull the thing free. That's how much it took to get the damn thing out. Ah, and luckily I've still got half a cup of Jedi mind juice going, so I'm going to finish that off. Oh yes, I am going to celebrate today. One problem down, another one shows its head. So here's my deep dish sockets. Even if I take the biggest one and you try to put it over the shaft, it won't go far enough down to allow me to knock the ceiling. I've had a hump around the garage and I've got nothing that'll breach that seal, so I've now got to measure this, work out the depth here, and I'm going to have to order a tube fat enough to allow me to bang the new seal in, which goes on there. So that's the next job now. So I'm now at a stop again, but at least that seal is out.